college career community leadership. Again, our focus, identifying what students should know, clearly defined performance standards across content areas and across the grades. Alignment, that means alignment of curriculum, of leadership, of campus systems. Expectations, that we raise those for both adults and students, including students, teachers, administrators, staff, and parents.
You just stated the purpose of an instructional delivery model is to implement a process in the way we do business in educating our children. The Fort Worth ISD delivery model consists of 4 components to impact instructional delivery through direct interactive instruction. Standards and measurable learning objectives provide the structure for our students to know what they need to learn during each lesson. In other words, it is meant to design down in a way to achieve outcomes. The lesson structure and sequence will provide teachers and administrators with a planning cycle to increase student engagement during the lesson delivery and allow student voice to increase student engagement and work collaboratively with their peers and focus on the work while receiving Tier 1 instruction. Positive reinforcement and high instructional engagement through formative assessments is key to the increased student performance. Proactive classroom management is simply taking the routines, such as when students walk through the door, are walking in hallways, or during the class time, and not just having them during the class time, but extending them throughout the day, and not just focusing on during the time they're in lessons. It is how we interact, student to student, teacher to student, teacher to group, group to teacher, group to group. The entire time students and teachers are talking and focusing on the work. To set the contents of our district, we started with the training focused on leading with the end in mind. In April, May, and June, we began the phase 1 of our Fort Worth ISD instructional delivery model. The focus was, in our timeline, as you can see, the learning sessions that our central office and campus stakeholders and our campus DII coaches participated in was the implementation of our leading with the end in mind. Our central administrative staff began the work of providing our campuses and students
to implement a Fort Worth ISD instructional delivery model. Even our DIIRT committee members who represent each of our district campuses participated in an overview of the instructional delivery model, the role of a DII coach, and leading with the end in mind session. After setting the context for our cohort 1 principals through multiple sessions, we released multiple summer training dates for all of our cohort 1 campus teachers to be trained during the summer over a 2-day training session. You can see that the teacher attendance from our cohort 1 campuses has been staggering. You can see that our teachers were eager to learn more about our instructional delivery model and filled our summer sessions. After the completion of each training session, we ask our teachers to give feedback through an evaluation. Once we collect, organize, and analyze the feedback, we'll be sharing with stakeholders. I'm eager to share with you 3 teacher quotes that were shared with us after they attended the first sessions in July. This was a great training. Our presenter was absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about taking a very different approach to developing appropriate objectives. Another teacher shared, presenters were passionate about DII and kept us engaged. I have a better understanding of our standards. And a third teacher said, it was a new way to think about my students' thinking and learning potential. I will be intentional with my planning for newly introduced materials. And please note, on the August sessions, we actually have over 300 teachers already registered for those last 2 sessions of training dates. Our pre-coaches cadre. As a district, we know that it's essential to build capacity and support within our own district, utilizing our district's professionals. To recruit and hire our campus DII coaches, we offered 2 informational sessions for internal candidates only that may be interested in serving as a DII coach. Interested teachers and specialists across the district were invited to learn about DII, and they received information outlining the job description of a DII coach. Over 200 Fort Worth ISD teachers and certified specialists attended the session, and 128 participants signed up to participate and our pre-coaches cadre training. All pre-coaches cadre members participated in an intensive professional development session that spanned over a 5-week period. During the 5 weeks, they participated and observed all components of direct interactive instruction, such as demo lessons, co-teach, co-plan, and lesson design. The actual selection of the DII coaches for campuses was a rigorous process that took place over a 2-week period. The selection process was a 3-part process that included group interviews, one-on-one interviews, as well as a lesson design presentation to the interview committees. The timeline before you shows the phase 2 for our instructional delivery model, which concentrates on campus implementation. DII coaches will continue ongoing training and support throughout the summer and fall semester on deconstructing standards, cooperative planning, demo lessons, co-plan, co-teach, as well as lesson design. On August 4th and 5th, during our annual principal retreat, we will continue to support our campus principals on the instructional delivery model components. During the retreat, we will provide principals with an alignment of T-tests and the 4 instructional components. This is an example on how we are aligning our district work with the state-approved teacher instrument T-tests and our instructional delivery model. Both of these models provide opportunities for coaching, feedback, and growth. Our district is very fortunate to have many teachers who already demonstrate strength in one or more areas of the components that make up the instructional delivery model. With the support of a campus DII coach, we are able to address and differentiate according to individual teacher strengths. We know our vision as a district is to move from a traditional district that has decisions that are based on compliance, a delivery of instruction that's very similar to a previous era, to transitional that has growth goals for our students, systems that begin with the work across all departments, and then ultimately transformational, where the system is organized with one focus, where students are first and adults are supported. Any questions at this time?
Any questions from the board? Okay. All right. Thank you. We will take